CI Kitchen is brought to you by Harvest Market.
Barbecues are in full swing, and typically one sticks to grilling meats and seafood.
Yeah, but what else would happen if you went meatless, right? Lots of options, lots of people doing it now. So we've got registered dietitian Emily Dupuis here with Harvest Market. Good to have you back.
Thank you, guys. Good to be back.
You're suggesting adding some tofu.
Yeah, so, okay, we're in the depth of barbecue grilling season, right? Like, we're in full swing. And a question I get a lot is, you know, what should I cook for my vegetarian friends or family? And so tofu is one of those things that's super, super versatile. And a lot of people have kind of a misconception about tofu, that it tastes nasty and it's mushy, but if you cook it right, then it can actually taste really, really good. So,
but what is it?
Tofu is soy. It's soy protein. And so actually it's a really, really good source of plant-based protein. And it really doesn't have much flavor to it. It tastes like whatever you cook it with.
Is it different than, like, I know they have soy burgers, right? So, I mean, is it the same texture? Is it the same, like, ingredients?
Yeah, so soy burgers, they're usually made with, like, textured vegetable protein, which is a little bit different. It's still soy, but in a different form.
Yeah.
But tofu is, yeah, it's soy, and sometimes you can even get it fortified with different nutrients. Like, some vegetarians have to worry about some nutrients that they're missing, like vitamin B12 and things like that are from animal products. So you can find those. But yeah, tofu is a great meat alternative, and it grills up really, really well.
Really?
Yes.
That's
I wanted to show you guys how to make some really delicious tofu and veggie kebabs.
This was part of your meatless grilling class.
I actually have one. It's coming up on Friday, so this is kind of a sneak peek for folks. I do have a meatless barbecue cooking demonstration coming up on Friday, and this is one of the recipes. And I always get asked, how do I cook with tofu and what do I do with it? So I wanted to show you guys quick what to do when you actually get it home in the box, because it's kind of intimidating. There's a lot of water floating around in there. What am I supposed to do? So here's my suggestion. So have a bowl close by, because this is going to be really liquidy. So I like to take a paring knife and cut the 3 corners of the 4, and then I just let it drain just like this. You can also do this over a sink, okay? So then you can just pull this back, and you're left with your tofu brick, okay? I know it's
Is that what they call it, as a brick?
That's what I just called it. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what it looks like to me. A block.
A block.
tofu
Okay,
block.
yeah.
Okay, so then from here, what we're going to do, so this is, it was in a water solution just to keep it from drying out. So this is what it looks like. Okay, what I like to do from here is cut it in half, just like this. Okay, and then, okay, you can probably do that a little bit more delicately at home. Okay, then you want to line something like a cutting board with a few sheets of paper towel, okay? This is going to be the pressing section of your tofu, which is really important. This is going to get all that excess liquid out, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to have this on the bottom, and then you're going to put some more paper towel on the top, and then put something heavy. I like to use a cast iron skillet or a big old pot, and you're going to let it drain for about 30 minutes. The longer, the better. If you can do it for a couple hours.
So you want it good and dry.
You want it good and dry, because we're going to be marinating this stuff. And if it's already wet, it's not going to be able to soak up all that beautiful marinade, okay? So this is actually the tofu that I drained earlier, that I pressed. And it's in just a super simple marinade of olive oil, red wine vinegar, some lemon juice, and some spices, okay? Really easy. You can do whatever you want. You could even do some barbecue sauce in here. You can do like an Asian twist with some soy sauce.
So it's very versatile.
Very versatile. So then you want this to marinate for at least like 30 minutes.
Is that what you've done here with the veggies,
and these are the veggies too, yeah. So I like to marinate my vegetables too. So you can use whatever veggies you like, but these are my fave to use on a kebab. Red pepper, zucchini, yellow squash, onion. You can also do mushrooms. Eggplant is also really good.
For the sake of television, you separated them, but you don't have to do
actually,
that, right?
you know, I like to separate them just because I want my tofu to get a lot of one-on-one time with the marinade.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want the veggies hogging it all.
Yeah.
And so I like to do it that way. And then when I'm kebabbing, it's easier to pull these guys out and make sure that I have an equal portion.
Is it hard to get the tofu on the kebab?
No, it's not. Do you want me to show you?
Okay.
Real quick, because we're almost out of time.
All right.
But I was curious. I was like, oh, is that going to...
Oh, boom.
Oh, look, it goes.
So when you drain it, it becomes really nice and solid for you. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Firms
cool.
it up a little.
There it is.
Okay, well, we're going to have to see how these all come together. But in the meantime, for details on everything happening at Harvest Market and her upcoming class on Friday, to go meatless, head to CILiving.tv.